My experience of disclosure happened when I was very young. When I was about 12 or 13, I disclosed and I wasn't believed. And then neighbours started telling me that they knew that the abuse was going on when I was a small baby. And obviously, around that age, then I started using substances and stuff like that. So I was getting very angry and very aggressive in life. So I went and reported it again to social welfare, and I was being removed from the family home for making accusations. And that's then when I thought to myself, It's just not worth the hassle. I'm not going to be believed. It's just not, it wasn't, it wasn't what I thought it would be. I thought I'd be believed straight away as I was self-harming. I was breaking my own bones. I was in that hospital. Anything I was doing as a cry for help wasn't being heard. I moved away from home at the age of 16. I went off, lived my life as normal. I thought my dad hadn't abused anybody else. Um, I was wrong. My sister disclosed to me that he abused her as a child as well. So myself and my sister got together. We reported it to the guards, and that's when it all took off then. When I reached out, it wasn't because I felt I wanted support. As I said, I had just accepted this was my life. I tried counselling over the years, like different counsellors, and obviously because I never spoke about my father, I was always like told I had anxiety, had depression, had like I was put on medication that I didn't even need because all that was wrong, not all that was wrong with me, but what was wrong with me inside, I was just a little girl crying out for help, crying out for love, crying out for support, crying out for safety, for comfort, for everything that a little child needs from the people who's supposed to give it to them, their parents. But when it came to when I disclosed at the age of 27, it was out of anger. It was out of like, you did this to other people. You can't destroy any more lives. When I did disclose and I got engaged with the guards, the guard that was over my case, Thomasina, she was amazing. She was the one that said it to me, look, Sophia, get yourself counseled. And she also told my sister the same because she was dealing with both of us. And my counsellor, Sonia, was amazing. This woman just like she made me feel normal. She made me feel safe, non-judgmental. She helped me with the acceptance of what went on as well, like, but that was very early in my healing years. I've evolved so much since then over the years with obviously different experiences in life and stuff like that. But that really was the start of my healing journey was the counseling. As I say, I used to run up the stairs every week to tell her how I was doing, to tell her what came up, to tell her how I was feeling. And it's like I was taking every time I went up those stairs, I was taking back that control of my life. It was powerful. It really was. If I had someone in my life like Sonia at the age of 14, 15, and 16, life would have been very different because, as I said, I went out into the world at 16 years of age with no self respect, no boundaries, no self love, no nothing. I went into toxic relationship after toxic relationship. I let people use me, abuse me. I used myself, I abused myself. Because I wasn't shown any of that from an early age, I didn't know any of that existed. That's where the likes of rape crisis centres are so important to help people understand their trauma, to help people feel normal, feel safe, feel wanted, feel loved, and just feel supported and not judged. That abuse, that was the creator of all that trauma in my life because I know it was from the trauma because every time I healed from the trauma, them feelings were less and less and less and less. The difference between me and Steph definitely was Steph felt a lot more shame. She felt a lot more guilt. Steph's mental health was very bad. Steph was tortured. Her mental health was tortured. Like she was in a really bad place for many years. Like she found it so hard to talk, even to say it. It was she couldn't get it out. And she held all that in, and by her holding it all in, it destroyed her life. It brought her to an early grave. She passed away at 32 because the demons in her head just got the better of her. Offloading, talking, speaking about it, getting it out of the pit of your stomach it's hard, it's challenging, but it's so rewarding. It's letting go of all that pain. I'm not bringing it with me anymore. I'm ready to let go because I know when I let go, it's no longer mine.